Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cheryl and I garden in Zone 8A, and today I am potting up some containers all around the house. So I've got these two pots on the front stoop are they had some beautiful tulips in them. I'm going to try to use this refill all-in-one plant that I found at Lowe's. It's got the geranium. It's called the Ready Fill, and it has a geranium, a creeping jenny, and a coleus all planted up together already. So I felt like that was a pretty good value, and I haven't tried these before, and so I thought I'd just go ahead and try that for the front porch, nice and easy. So I'm going to dig out these tulips, and then I'll put this in there and show you how it looks. Now, I'm sorry I turned my camera the other direction while I was filming taking these tulip bulbs out, but I was trying to show here that how just in one season these tulips multiplied. I have a lot of little bulbettes there on my tulips, and I've never taken my tulips up before. I usually just leave them in the ground, and if they come back, that's good, and if they don't, that's okay. But I thought since I have it in a container that I would take them up this year and try to put them back next year. So I'll tell you how that goes, but at any rate, I'm sorry I turned the camera that way. So here's how it looks, and I'm sorry I shot this and it was kind of dark, getting dark, and so it's a little dim, but I think you get the picture there. Porch needs another coat of paint, but overall it looks, I think those look pretty good for, I think that was like $16.98. I think that's a pretty good value. You get the creeping jenny and the coleus and the geraniums, and you get a good amount of geraniums in there, so I felt like those look pretty good, and that was super easy. I was just plop it in and throw a little extra dirt around there and ready to go. So that's container number one. So here are some plants I picked up at a local nursery, and I just think they're so beautiful. This is a regular impatiens. Well, actually it's a sun patience, but I love those colors. I'm not sure if it goes with this container, but I just find those so pretty. And the other plant is a begonia. I think that's a Rex begonia. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. The plant doesn't have a tag on it, but I think it's a begonia. I'm not sure if it's a Rex begonia. Let me know if it isn't. Those just look so pretty together. And now this is a snapdragon, but I have never seen a perennial snapdragon. And I may just be unfamiliar with snapdragons, but again, let me know. This one's called Drew's Folly Hardy Snapdragon, but let me know if all snapdragons are perennials. I thought they were annuals. So this was a nice find. It's for sun, or part sun, so I hope it does okay down in the shade, but I think it'll be okay back there. And look at this thing. This is a corkscrew rush, and I just think that is so unusual. And again, it's sun to part shade. I don't know if this is an annual or a perennial. I don't think the tag says. But if you know, again, let me know. I'd love to keep these as many as I can. I like to buy as many perennials as possible, but anyway, I just think these are all so beautiful together. So I'm going to pot these up, and then I'll put it down in the shade garden so you can see what it looks like.
Is that pot not cool? And look at those beautiful plants. That is gorgeous. A little corkscrew rush in the back. The snapdragons. Impatience and the begonia. I love it. Okay, so I've got a few containers I want to plant up, and I already have some geraniums in this pot. I have these hot pink and these sort of blushy pink and white geraniums, and then I added this Angelonia, I'm sorry, Angelonia. I don't know if I want to take that out and maybe put it over here in my purple container. But maybe I'll leave it in there so it kind of gives continuity between the two. I don't know. But anyway, I found this Gara, and I love that. I'm going to put that in here with my geraniums. And then this is Gypsy White Gypsophila. But it looks like baby's breath to me. And I love that, picking up the kind of the soft white creamy color in there. So I'm going to put all that together in one container. And then here we have a Super Bells Double Blue Calibrachoa, just a small one that's got purple with yellow centers and little stripes coming out. And then this is a perennial, actually. This is the pincushion flower. I love those. And then this is gorgeous. It's an annual, but it's called Persian Shield. But I'm noticing it says part sun. I wonder if it'll be too sunny out here on the back porch. I'll have to put this one. Okay, so I love that. Isn't that gorgeous? I wonder if I should put the Angelonia in this container. Might be too much. I'll have to think about that. And then I found this gorgeous Calibrachoa at Lowe's. Doesn't say any other special colors or anything, but I love those sort of dusty pink with a little yellow centers. So I'm going to break those up and put one in each of my planter boxes along the rails. And I think I'm going to I should have got more of the little potato vines. I only got one. I got 2 potato vines, and then I also got a couple of little vincas, I think this is. Variegated periwinkle with the little green and white. So I don't know quite how to divide those up since I got 2 of each. So I'm going to put these 2 on this side since it's a section of the deck facing toward the yard. And these 2, I'll put one potato vine in each corner, since I don't know, that kind of makes sense to me, but I'll put those on those 2 there, each of the corners of those. And then I also got this little yellow Calibrachoa, where they just have such delicate little flowers. And so I may mix that with a little bit of this pink one and see how that looks between the 3 rectangular planter boxes. And then in this corner I am going to repeat the Gara planter box. I've already got two geraniums in there, a pink one and a white one, and then I'm going to put some more of that little baby's breath looking plant in there, gypsy, whatever it's called. And then I have these two dahlias, these two little small dahlias. I think I'm just going to break up this little container and put that in with the dahlias. And that's going to do it for up here for the most part. I may find a few other things to fill out as I go on, but that's what I'm going to work on right now, and I'll show you how they all look when I'm finished. Okay, so here are the pots all planted in. I think the Gara and the geraniums, the Angelonia, and that gypsy, whatever that stuff is, that gypsy stuff, looks really pretty. I love this one too, with the little pin cushion and the what's that one called? The Persian shield and the calabricoa. I also found a purple petunia that I had in a basket, and so I put a little bit of that in there. And then I have a couple of coreopsis that I meant to put in the flower bed. That one over there looks a little better. I didn't get them put in fast enough, and one got a little heat stroke there, so I'm hoping it'll recover. But this one looks pretty good in this little green container. Okay, so this is how everything turned out. I think those will fill out really nicely in time. Now I forgot to mention, this is a pepper. Got a few veggies up here on the porch. I got some tomatoes and peppers in pots. Look at this coreopsis. It bounced back, so overnight it perked up a little. There's the Persian shield pot. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. And then this Gara. Love the Gara pots too, especially the Angelonia. I think that's nice to leave it in there. I like the purple pop in there. And here's this planter up here. You can kind of see more of the blooms on the other side, which I think is actually kind of ideal. You can sort of see how that's going to drape over. A little bit of the yellow and a little bit of the potato vine in each of those. And then on this one, I also have a hanging basket of geraniums I'm going to hang over the other side of the deck. Here's one of my tomato plants. Put some marigolds around it. I heard they're good companion plants. And I also have another pepper there. Those are yellow bell peppers. And then here's the final pot of, or container I should say, container of calabricoa with that periwinkle, not periwinkle, I think that's what it's called. I don't know if I can lean over the deck and show you, but that one looks pretty kind of draping over too. And down there's I have another tomato plant down there with some marigolds around it. It gets a little sun down there, I hope. And then I didn't mention, but I also have a grow bag down there with some cucumbers, nasturtiums, and a sunflower seed or two. And out there in the shade garden, maybe I'll walk down there and show you that one more time. The other pot. Okay, and here's the shade container with the impatiens, begonia, snapdragon, and the corkscrew rush. I'll show you this bed in another video. I've updated it recently. So there we go. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have a favorite.